All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. It's Monday on the Steve Malzberg Show from our New York City studios. Katrina Pierson, spokesman for the Trump campaign, joins us momentarily. Then Dr. Ben Carson will be here. Also, Bill Kristol. Okay, folks, over the weekend, we saw a guy rush the stage going after Trump in Ohio. He was released by a judge, interviewed by CNN, treated like a celebrity. Then, preceding that, on Friday, we saw Trump had to cancel an event in Chicago because of violence. You know, do we forget Barack Obama? Because everybody's blaming Trump. The presidential candidates on the Republican side are blaming him. The Democratic side are blaming him. The media is blaming him. Everybody. It's not Trump. It's the left. It's the radical, violent, leftist left. Watch Obama.
I have bent over backwards to work with the Republican Party and have purposely kept my rhetoric down. I think I'm pretty well known for being a calm guy.
A calm guy? He said if they bring a knife to the fight, we bring a gun. He said, I want to know whose ass to kick. He said so many things. It's incredible, and he gets a pass. Of course he gets a pass. It's outrageous that the Republicans are all over TV. The establishment and all the candidates are blaming Trump for the violence that took place. And the attacker in Ohio, who should be in jail, is being treated like a hero. Shame on all of you. Katrina Pierson joins us in just a second, but I want to show exactly what happened.
I was thinking that Donald Trump is a bully, and he is nothing more than that. I was thinking that I could get up on stage and take his podium away from him and take his mic away from him and send a message to all people out in the country that we can be strong, we can find our strength, and we can stand up against Donald Trump. And if I can be unafraid enough to go take his podium away from him, then we all can be afraid enough to not let this man walk into the White House.
All right, and joining us now is Katrina Pierson. I'm happy to welcome her back to the show, national spokesperson for the Trump campaign. Great to see you, Katrina. I only play that trash, that garbage, that CNN gave this creep a forum because I feel like I'm living in Bizarro World on Seinfeld. This man, A, was released by a judge, B, being touted and treated like a hero. If someone rushed Hillary's stage, would he be released and paraded around like a hero on CNN?
Absolutely not. He would be indefinitely detained at this point. And that really goes to show you why there is a rise of someone like Donald Trump. I mean, it's illegal to do something like that to an individual that is under Secret Service protection. And that law was put into place under Barack Obama. We have definitely reached a pinnacle of what is to be expected in this country. And I got to tell you, during those events in Chicago, when I was doing the news route, I was telling everyone, pay attention, look at your TV screen. This is what we have to look forward to if we do not elect someone that is unafraid to get out there and stop what's happening, because the media is the one that's really pushing this out there. It's the media that's driving the narrative that Donald Trump is a bully or is racist. They are the ones that are pushing it, and only Donald Trump is strong enough, and his team for that matter, to fight back against the media.
You know, you speak about the media. My tweets and my Facebook posts over the weekend, I was going nuts because I watch CNN mostly, okay? And you got hosts on CNN. You got
right.
Poppy Harlow, whatever, who when Jeffrey Lord tried to tell about the history of violence from the left in this country, she was like, really? Violence from the left? I mean, I couldn't take it anymore, Katrina.
Well, I couldn't either, and I actually had to list on one of the other shows on a different network all the rules from Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. This is exactly what we have seen playing out. Chicago is home base for this kind of nonsense. These protesters are violent. Some of them are anarchists. A lot of them are Bernie Sanders supporters, but the media just brushes right over that. They want to put the entire blame, and even Republicans have joined in at putting the blame on Mr. Trump.
Well, that's what I got to get to you. That's what I got to get to you, because that, I mean, I am so disgusted. First of all, Rubio, Cruz, Kasich, let's just concentrate on them. I didn't hear one of them, maybe I'm wrong, mention anything about the cop, the bloody cop. I mean, did they think Trump opened his limo window and threw a bottle at his head? I mean, they're blaming Donald Trump for this. And I am just, they're saying the same exact things that Hillary and Sanders and the left-wing media are saying. React to the presidential candidates.
Well, it's absolutely disgusting, and I can tell you that I know for a fact now that I made the right choice in choosing the candidate that I want to represent me moving forward in this country. And this is what is so even further disturbing. They had American flags on the ground. They were stomping in it. They had flags from other countries. They were hating America, hating police officers. And the presidential candidates took the side of the protesters. And mind you, this is after we knew that MoveOn.org was involved. Bill Ayers, the domestic liberal terrorist, was on the grounds. And the Republican presidents, even today, these candidates are siding with the left. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, if you live in Florida, if you live in Ohio, Illinois, any other state that is yet to vote, you have one last opportunity to put an end to this nonsense, because Donald Trump is not going to put up with what's happening in the media or with what's happening on the ground. We cannot allow socialists, anarchists, and these liberal terrorists to take over this country.
All right. Now, having said that, let me ask you, there's some calls to move the Republican convention, National Convention, from Cleveland to a more, let's say, user-friendly site. Is that something that your campaign would consider or be interested in discussing?
Well, I think we're going to do whatever the RNC wants to do. You know, we are the ones that signed the pledge. We are the ones that promised to play nice. It's everybody else that's trying to change the rules, change venues, and not support the nominee. So we're just going to sit back. We're going to do what we do and go out there.
No, I understand, Katrina. I understand. And I know you'll play by the rules and do whatever they tell you. But
Sure.
Is that an interesting idea? Is that something that you believe should be at least considered?
You know, I really personally don't have an opinion on it. At
Okay.
the campaign, we're not discussing it.
Okay.
It is a little suspicious, a little suspect considering, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, as far as Mitt Romney today campaigning with Kasich, does that help him or hurt him?
I don't think it's going to help him. Remember, Mitt Romney was the guy that lost to Obama and then lost to Obama himself. So I really don't think that does him any favors. But what it does do is it shows you who the establishment is backing, which is exactly why we have to vote against that.
One more. Obama took to the stage right after the incident happened and blamed the violence on the Republicans and on Trump. They got to tone it down. We can't have this. Here's the guy who said, I'll bring a gun to a knife fight. Here's the guy who said, I'm looking to see whose ass I could kick. Here's the guy who said, get in their face, yell at them, and shake them. Your reaction?
And he also says punch back twice as hard. The reason this country is so divided today is because of Barack Obama and the liberal left pushing the division between women. Remember the war on women and how Republicans want to put black people back in chains and pushing grandma off a cliff? They have been the ones that have orchestrated this entire thing leading up to this. You didn't have Black Lives Matter until we had a President Obama. This is their fault. This is how they govern. They have done this, and it's going to take someone like a Donald Trump who's not going to be afraid to push forward to stop it.
All right, Katrina, I hope you'll come back soon. Thank you so much.
You got it.